know that Revstars are good. It's so tidy. Very smart. 10 sounds from this, I'm told. Look, you know, and if you can't find a good sound with all these options, then it's more you, isn't it, really? There's nothing about this guitar, and I think it sounds great. Definitely more Les Paul than SG. I've really enjoyed playing this guitar. Hello, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Guitaristas. So this week we're going to look at another Revstar. This is the P90 version, the standard. They call this the RSS02T, and this is the mid-range, mid-Revstar range, should I say, version, which is about £780 is pretty much the advertised price in the UK at the moment, about $850 US. I actually paid £669 for this, so yeah, I got a good deal as always, just by looking around, you know, no preferential deal or anything. But I've been after one of these forever. I mean, I reviewed the cheaper version, the Element RSE, about 2 years ago, didn't I? And there's a review of that on the channel if you want to check that out. And I raved about that because these are fabulous guitars, and I've had my eye on the P90 version, obviously, because I love P90s. Since then, it's never really sort of seemed to be in stock when I've been searching until I suppose about a month ago now, I probably got this, when funnily enough, when the Epiphone, the new expensive Epiphone Firebirds dropped, it got the gas going, because they're like, I'm going, oh, I really fancy one of them, the blue one in particular. But 1,500 quid, there's no way, Epiphone, that I'm paying £1,500 for one of your guitars. You know, however good they might be, it just didn't feel right. But it got the gas going, so I thought to myself, what else can I buy that's good but kind of the right price? And I had to think quite hard about it, which is unusual for me. But then it dawned on me. I thought, oh, I still haven't got the Revstar with the P90s. So I had a quick look, and I found this. Can't remember where I got it from. £669. Well, we're going to look at this today because I mean, we know that Revstars are good, don't we, in terms of quality, build, Japan build quality and stuff, and people rave about them, and they're probably a bit Marmite, you know, in terms of maybe the style. Not a lot of people use them, you know. So what we're going to do today anyway is review it. Yeah, I'm going off at tangents already, which I promised I wouldn't do. Promised to myself I wouldn't do, but I am. See, I just did it again. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to review this guitar today in great detail. We're going to take it apart. We'll do all the weights and measures, and then we'll play it. So it's going to take a while. You know the score. All the timestamps are in the description box. So if you're in a bit of a hurry, just skip forward and hear what it sounds like. Lots of different sounds. 10 sounds from this, I'm told. If, of course, you've got some time to spare, come put the kettle on and come back, get some nibbles, and let's chill out and go through this thing, and then we'll have a good old play. Okay, yeah, let's get on with it. Right, let's start at the beginning. It comes in four colours, this. The standard version with the P90s comes in this, the black. It comes in a Hot Merlot, Sunset Burst, and Swift Blue. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't think any of the, well, the black's all right, which is why I've got it, I suppose. I don't personally really like any of the colours that much. They're just a bit, yeah, you probably love them, but I don't. This one, when I got it, I was a little bit disappointed that it didn't have the racing stripes that they put on some of them, including the cheaper version, the Element that I had. That was black, and it had those nice stripes, sort of, for want of a better word, burnt in. You know, they weren't just stickers, and that looked really cool. Go faster stripes. So I was a bit, this doesn't look as good as that one. But again, that's just my personal preference. It's made of mahogany. It's got a mahogany body, this, and it's heavily chambered. It's got this Yamaha chambering. Here's a picture of that. As you can see, it's quite significant. So I think, as I said before, they've obviously spent a long time designing this, engineering this, whatever you like to call it, to get the best resonance out of this guitar. So that's mahogany, and then this particular version, the standard's got a maple cap whacked on top, and as you can see, it's contoured back and front. The maple cap really makes it more akin to a Les Paul than SG. You hear a lot of people say, oh, is it the new SG or is it an SG beta? It's more like a Les Paul as far as I'm concerned. And it's also got a little bit of weight to it, presumably because of the maple cap. So before we go any further, let's weigh it. Here we go. Okay, only £8 4 ounces, which of course is 3.74 kilos. So, well, I suppose that's nice Les Paul weight in my book. Gloss polyurethane. I'm going to say several pieces. I definitely got a join there. I should have had a closer look at this, but I think it might have. Several pieces is all I'm going to go for at the moment. Sorry, I should have had a closer look at that. As you can see, the back of the neck here is this really slick satin finish. Very fast, if you like. It's very slim. Before I go any further, let's have a look at the neck profile and measurements on the screen. Okay, here's the neck profile and measurements at the 1st fret. And here's the neck profile and measurements at the 12th fret. Got a rosewood fingerboard, stainless steel frets. We'll have a closer look at those in a second. And single binding, as you can see, all the way around, which is tidy. We'll have a closer look at that as well in a second. Let's just finish up this end. These Yamaha die-cast tuners always seem to be good quality. We've got a standard Tune-o-matic style bridge, and this is what they call a racing tailpiece. So it's quite a unique design for this model. And what I'm going to do once we've got the strings off is we'll have a closer look and we'll find out what that's all about. Okay, so yeah, let's do that now. Let's get the strings off. Oh, there you go. They just literally hook under. Oh, that's good. That makes for pretty simple string changes. Right, so let's have a closer look at the fingerboard. As I said, it's proper rosewood and nice looking, isn't it? It's got these unique small inlays. Mother of pearl acrylic. I didn't look, sorry. I'm going to go and have a look. Sorry, can't find it. Wasn't in their specs. So whatever they are, they're very tidy and quite unique. Of course, it's got the side dots on the neck as well, on the binding, should I say. And the bindings are nice. Let's do some close-ups here. It's so tidy, this. It's noticeably tied. I'm just looking at where the nut, which I also don't know what material the nut's made of. It's so tidy. And while we're looking at these close-ups, let's look at the frets. Yeah, stainless steel, jumbo, 22 frets. And this neck, incidentally, is also carbon reinforced. Very smart. Yeah, nice die-cast tuners. Whoops, the tuner-matic's fallen off. This leads us to that, I suppose, doesn't it? Standard tuner-matic. And I can't remember what way round that was on. I think it was that way. I'm going to have to look back at the film. Yeah, that way, wasn't it? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, standard tuner-matic. A nice, the way that the bushings go into the body, they're nice. They're quite discreet. You know, you get the difference between like the vintage Gibsons where they don't have any bushings. The posts screw directly to wood, and then the standard Gibson range where they have these, you know, big old metal bushings. And that's why I like some of the import guitars, Eastman's. Eastman's is the one I'm thinking of because they do the vintage Gibson style on their, you know, on their standard range guitars, which I always like. This is a kind of a halfway house. Yeah, I'll do a little close up of that. Let's just, this is just adjustable. It's got springs, as you can see. I'm springing it. So I think the idea of this is you can just adjust the brake angle across the back of the tuner-matic. You know, so maybe if it's touching, you can raise it, and you might be able to use it as an ad hoc tremolo. I might try that later. That's that really. It's a nice thing. This is all, I guess, inspired by the cafe racer culture thing. Really, I think this is kind of meant to be like a kind of a give it that billet aluminium look, if that makes any sense. The same with the knurled knobs here. Nice, solid feel to them, giving it that motorcycle culture feel, which is one of the reasons that I like this guitar, because I'm into bikes, basically. So, right, without further ado, let's take it apart and go a little bit further. Let's get the screwdriver. Thus also giving me a chance to look at my notes and pick up on the things I forgot. 24 3/4 inch scale length, 12 inch fretboard radius. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we'll start by just removing the pick guard because we can. Now, I'll come clean. I know there's nothing under here because I watched can't pronounce it. The Psionic Audio. Is that right? Psionic Audio. Great channel. I think it's Lyle from there. He's done a great review of this, which I've stolen all of the nerdy data from for this review. So thanks for that, Niall. I'm also going a little bit further than you did. So between us, I think we've probably got it covered. Here you go. Look, yeah, nothing under that. So if you wanted to, if you don't especially like the look of the pick guard, and Lyle didn't, you could remove it. And at this opportunity, had this opportunity. I'm going to take this opportunity to actually show you something else as well, because obviously if you remove a pick guard, it leaves holes. Now, a little while ago, a friend of mine on the Guitaristas TV channel suggested a little tip to how to deal with that. Bear with me. Ceiling candles, I think they're called ceiling candles. They're wax. And I got these on eBay or Amazon or something, and it was dirt cheap. But these are wax and you can melt them. And I think, you know, I think if you've got your own special seal, you know, when you send letters or something, you melt the thing on your stamp and you bang like that. But they can also be used for filling holes. Yeah. And as you can see, they're all different colours. So whatever the colour of your guitar, you could probably mix them together and just drip a little bit of wax into the hole. Look, it's black. So I'm not going to do it, but trust me, it'll work, and that will hide the hole. And it's completely harmless because you can just put the screw back in, and the wax will just dissipate, I imagine. There you go, nice little tip for you. Cheers, Glenn. Okay, before we go any further, let's take some pickup readings. Now, these are Alnico 5 P90s, by the way. What we'll do is we'll start with the bridge. 7.9K, chair squeak. Inductance, 6.84 Henrys, which is a remarkably high reading, or higher than what I would normally get from a guitar, isn't it? Yeah, there you go. Let's go over to the neck. 8.14K, and the inductance is 6.88 Henrys. Okay, middle reading, just for the sake of it, just over 4K. I've had a look at, you know, when you engage the focus switch and stuff, that's a bit weird because that gives us a reading on the bridge of 2.09K. Same in position 4, exactly the same in position 3, same in position 2, same in position 1. So I have no idea what's going on there. I reckon Lyle will probably know, but I'm not that smart. So there you go. There's a bit of nerdy info for you. Right, now what we'll do before we go further is we'll have a look under these pickups. As you may be able to see, because I'm pushing on them, they've got just the foam or possibly springs under them as well, just to give some adjustment. This isn't a great method. Generally, you know, you're restricted in how high you can have them. And this is definitely something that Lyle was talking about. He wasn't happy with the height. So what he did, hang on, let's get these screws out. So this is just the traditional fixing method for P90s. A long screw straight through the middle into the wood. Nothing fancier than that. And then, there's my cloth. The cover should just probably come off. It is loose, you can see. It's loose, but I won't pull it off for the sake of it. There you go. It's a nice, neat route. And there you go. Lots of nice, tidy shielding paint. 2 big old lumps of foam. And G&B Pickup Company Limited. That says neck. ROHS isn't the brand. It isn't the make. It's a warning. And I can't honestly actually remember what for. Now, this is a 5-way switch. This is a volume, this is a tone. And this is a push-pull. And they call that the focus switch. And it's a boost. But basically what we've got here is a 5-way switch. Bridge pickup in, all right, let's start in, the correct way is this is position 1, I believe, on the neck. That's neck only. Position 2, it's a little bit of the bridge, all of the neck, I think, through a cap, and it gives it also a little bit of an out of phase sound. And then in position 3 in the middle, it's the bridge and the neck together, straight. Position 4, the bridge and a little bit of the neck through a cap, 3.3 nanofarads, giving it a bit of a quacky sound again, a bit of an out of phasey sound. And then in position 5, we've just got the bridge. But not only that, okay, 5 sounds there. You've also got a push-pull, which gives it, and that's what they call the focus switch, and it gives it a boost. It sends a signal, apparently, from the switch through a transformer and gives it a gain boost. Let's whip the back off and have a look at that. Here we are, back off. Back off. There you go. There's the really neat control cavity cover. Real nice shielding on that. And here we have, so this is the transformer I'm talking about. So that gives the signal a boost. And here are the caps on the switch that affect the pickup sounds. It's got little pots. Apparently there's a 16mm alpha pot. Normal one on the volume and a push-pull on the tone. That's kind of a lot of nerdy detail, which I've got a basic understanding of what he's talking about. But if you want to know more about all of that, check out Lyle's review on Psionic Audio, because he knows all about it, exactly what it does and everything. So, and he's modified his one, or the one that he had, quite extensively, because he doesn't like the sounds, most of the sounds. He doesn't like the focus switch sound, the boost, gives it a bit of a honk. I've had a little bit of a play of this, and I'm actually looking forward to playing it in a minute, because I quite liked it, and it'll be interesting to see what it sounds like through the Princeton. So, look, that's pretty much got it covered, I think. Yeah, lots of nerdy detail. What we'll do is we'll put a new set of strings on and we'll plug it in, and then we'll go through all of that, each 10 position, and we'll see which ones we like, shall we? Let's do it. See you in a minute. Right, here we go. Princeton 65, as always today. I'm not using any pedals, no compression, nothing. I have got the Notaklon on the board still from the other week, and the Rat. I might use them. If I do, I'll show you. Via Crocs cam. A little bit of slapback delay, nothing else. This is what it sounds like. Okay, so I'll just quickly spin through all the positions, I think, so you can hear. Yeah, that's probably the best thing I do. I mean, there's a lot going on. So what I'll do is I'll spin through all the positions, and then I'll play something. And then if you follow me on that camera, knob cam, you'll be able to see when I'm playing with my knobs, hopefully. Okay, so let's start with the bridge. Fully cranked. I'm just going to little tip that a friend of ours on the Guitaristas TV channel's passed on. Got one of these, absolutely loves it. Says it's a fabulously versatile guitar. Absolutely loves it. A little tip from him, Richard. Cheers, mate. Don't start with the volume fully up. It's got an aggressive treble bleed also apparently on the volume, which Lyle mentioned in his review, and I forgot to mention it earlier. It's got he calls it a very aggressive treble bleed, which is quite a good thing, because if you that's fully cranked. You can hear that straight away, can't you? So that works. And according to my mate Richard, if you roll the volume off, it just really helps overall, especially with the focus switch, which a lot of people, including Lyle, say it's quite dark, it's quite muddy. So try rolling the volume off if you got one of these, and that might make more sense. That's all I'm saying. Whether or not this is going to make sense now, we'll find out. So I'll just muck around a little bit, and then I'll play something, and then I'll probably play something else, and then we'll come back after that, and we'll see what we think. Cool. Let's start then in. Well, there's no numbers. I was going to say about 7, but that's what I'm guessing about 7 is. With the focus switch off, tone fully up. Sounds nice, doesn't it? This week, incidentally, inspired by Cardinal Black, Warm Love. Position 2. That's nice. Wow. No pedals. Let's just play with the focus switch. So rolled off. I can see what they mean by honky, but you know, I don't dislike it. Yeah, it does, you know, it's definitely darker, isn't it? With the volume rolled off. I think it's quite a nice blues tone anyway, what anyone thinks. Okay. let's have a chat about it. I was having a lot of fun then. I've really enjoyed playing this guitar. I was surprised because at first when I got this, I was a little bit underwhelmed with it for some reason. I think I was a little bit disappointed with the look. As I said, I'd had an Element, the cheaper one, which had the Go Faster stripes, and I'd had the first incarnation of the Revstar. I had a 502 with P90s, which was the matte, the shot black they called it, which was flat black. And this was a gloss black without the Go Faster stripes. So I was a bit like, you know, is it a bit meh? But as I started to play it and get a feel for it, I've bonded with it. Yeah, I bonded with it. And what I really noticed was how comfortable it is to play. Ergonomically, very, very pleasing. The belly carve there, and just the way that it sits. Yeah, love it. My only criticisms, yeah, the colours. I think they're a bit underwhelming. The across the range, they're all a little bit, yeah, don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. And they seem to be, there don't seem to be options within the different levels. Like there's the Element, the cheaper one, this one, the Standard, and the Japanese Professional. They all seem to have the same 4 colours. I'm not 100% on that, but I think that's right, isn't it? Seems they might have missed a trick there. Same neck profiles throughout. I don't know. But anyway, this one, the Standard, what a fantastic value this guitar is. $850. It's not to be sneezed at, is it, really? For a guitar of this quality. There's nothing shit about this guitar. And I think it sounds great. I think it really sounds great. I think it's got real character, this guitar. Definitely more Les Paul than SG. It's got that real, it's got a bit of heft to it. And look, you know, and if you can't find a good sound with all these options, then it's more you, isn't it, really? Most of us will stay on the bridge pickup all the time anyway. And there you go. I think I'll wind it up there because it's been quite a long one, this already. And I've had fun. I've really enjoyed looking at this guitar and showing it to you. I've enjoyed that little bit of noodling there. And I'm going to call it a day at that. So thanks again for watching. And if you're still here now, well done. Come back next week. I should be here next week. There'll be odd weeks when I'm not here the next month, 6 weeks, because I'm doing some other work that I get paid properly for. So it does mean that I'm literally not able to make one of these long waffling films for YouTube every week. If you're wondering, if you can't, where's the film? Check the community tab on YouTube, because if I'm not going to be here, I'll make a post on there to let you know what's going on. Okay. So there you go. Thanks again for watching, and well, yeah, should be here next week. Yeah, come back and find out. Same time, same place. See you then, I hope. All right. Cheers for now. Ta-da.